Okay guys, so last time we did integration, but I didn't actually explain what happens when we integrate. By the end of this video, you should understand how to find the area underneath a curve using integration, because that's exactly what we do when we integrate. So let's start with this example. Between 2 and 0, find the area underneath x cubed. So the first thing we need to do is we need to integrate. So we know that the integral of x cubed from the last video is just going to be a quarter x to the 4 plus c. Okay? And to work out what it is between 2 and 0, all we're going to do, I'll write this out, is we're just going to sub in 2 and 0 and then find the difference. The way that we can write this is by putting in square brackets, and we do a quarter x to the 4 plus c. You'll see this is the only case where the plus c doesn't really matter, and you'll understand why in a second. But for now, let's just put the plus c for teaching purposes. And then we do 2, 0. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sub in the 2. So that's a quarter times 2 to the 4 plus c. And we're subtracting it from, I'll do this in a different color, a quarter times 0 plus c. Okay. So when we do all of that, we should get 4 plus c minus c. And as you can tell, the c's will cancel out. So whenever you have two constants here, and we're told to find an area, we can get rid of the c, because they are going to cancel out. And so you know that the answer to this question is going to be 4. Does that make sense? Please subscribe so that you can see more videos like this one. Anyways, let's try something a bit more challenging like this one. Find the shaded area between 2 and 3. Well, the way we can write this is as follows. The area is going to be the integral between 3 and 2 times x cubed plus 2 dx, which is the same as the integral of x cubed, as we know from the last one, is a quarter x to the 4. And 2 will just integrate to become 2x. So now we can find the area underneath between 3 and 2. Let's start with 3 first. So what we'll do is we'll sub in the 3. That'll be a quarter times 3 to the 4 plus 2 times 3. And then we're subtracting it from 1 over 4 times 2 to the 4 plus 2 times 4. Okay? And now let's carry out those substitutions. That will be 81 over 4 plus 6 minus 4 minus 8. Okay? And if we plug that all into our calculators, or if you can do the addition, do it, we should get an answer of 57 over 4. And as you can tell, we didn't need a plus c in this case. If you want to, you can have the plus c, but it's not required. Does that make sense? If not, join my Discord server and you can tell me any questions you want, and I can answer as best as I can. So let's look at another example. What if we have a negative area like we do in this example? So in this case, this area is going to be negative, but this one's going to be positive. No, not under there. Here, it's going to be positive. So how are we going to integrate to find the area? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 integrations. But first, we need to work out what the x coordinate here is. Okay? The way we do that is first and foremost, let's solve this equation. So x squared plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. And then think of a number that adds to make 4 but multiplies to make minus 5. Minus 1 and 4. So x minus 1, x plus 4. And so we know that x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 4. Alright? Minus 5, excuse me. There we go. Now, out of these 2, which one is that one going to be? Exactly, it's going to be 1. So let's label this as 1. And now we can say that the area is going to equal the integral of, we know that this is 2, so it's between 2 to 1 of x squared plus 4x minus 5 dx, minus, because it's minusing a minus, the integral of between 1 and 0 of that same integration. So now let's integrate. X squared, the integral is just going to be 1/3 times x squared cubed. 4x, that's just going to turn into 2x squared. And minus 5, that's just going to be minus 5x. And it's between 2 and 1. And we're minusing the exact same thing, only this time it is between 1 and 0. So now let's substitute. This will become 1/3 times 2 cubed plus 2 times 2 squared minus 2 times 5. Sorry, 5 times 2. And we're minusing from 1/3 times 1 cubed plus 2 times 1 squared minus 5 times 1. And now we're minusing 1/3 times 1 cubed plus 2 times 1 squared minus 5 times 1. And then we're adding 1/3 times 0 plus 2 times 0 minus 5 times 0. And then because we can clearly see that that would just be 0, we can eliminate that. So now all that's left is that we need to sub in that integration. Let's carry out the substitution. So we should get 8 over 3 plus 2 times 2 squared is 8 minus 10 minus 2 plus 5. And then this is also going to be minus 1/3, excuse me. Minus another third plus minus 2, sorry, plus 5. Okay? So now when we carry out that integration and that substitution, which we can either do in our heads or use a calculator, we should get an answer of 6. And that is our final answer. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys liked it and you want to see more, drop me an email and you can get tutored by me and pass your exams. Keep on learning as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.